choosing?
If I were to choose, again, I like those stories where they come up from the bottom and they work themselves up. So even though I found obviously Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, I like that more realistic. Not to say those aren't realistic and can't achieve what Fresh Prince and Uncle Phil and that family achieved to live in a predominantly rich neighborhood.
Yeah.
But I like that story where they started from the ground, like it wasn't really a rich neighborhood. So I would have to say something more or less to the Rock type of neighborhood vibe. I can.
No, that's a good choice.
Yeah, I can understand that environment. I can relate to that environment. You know what I mean? That's something that's more relatable to me.
He was a garbage man
growing up, right?
Yeah, regular job.
I can't relate economically wise to the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, right? Because I didn't grow up in a rich household, so I can't relate to that aspect. I can more or less relate to the household where you have a hardworking parent. They're trying to scrub $2 together. They're trying to give you good morals to go by, good lessons to live by, and I think I can more relate to that. So if I had to choose, which I would sit down and have my kids watch with me, a full season or a full episode, it'd have to be The Rock. They can learn a lot of lessons from that. And not to say that they can't learn from the Cosby Show and stuff like that, but as far as work hard,
you can actually show Rock, and then you can show Cosby Show, because you can show listen,
that's true.
This is one situation people live in, and they go through these things.
That's right.
But I don't want you not to think that this is the only way.
That's right.
For us, Black people live.
Yeah.
You can have this too,
that's right.
And you don't have to be spoiled.
That's right.
With this, you still gonna have the same lesson. You can still go through the same lesson as this person, but you just may be in a situation where you might be able to deal with it a little bit easier or better than them. But
good point.
You're no better than this. This family's no better than you. This family's no better than this family. Fresh Prince thing. Even then, they weren't really.
They were well off.
They were. No. Not saying that. I don't care about what you have. It's what you do with it. Right? Okay, aside from Hillary. I
was just about to say that.
Even though she asked.
Yeah.
But he never always gave, when Trevor passed, he gave her the card, go shop, whatever. I'm aside from, something like that happening or whatever, that sort of thing. He never, even when she came, Dad, I need $300. Yeah, she explained it, but we never saw him actually turn around and give her the money for it. Right? So even though she asked for it a lot, or not even a lot, at times, never really gave it. Carlton, same thing. He tried to work for it. He wanted to, work. He was trying to figure out ways of how to get money.
That's true.
Right? Yeah. Uncle Phil would get the money because he worked. He was working and all that stuff. Ashley never really, she grew up on the show, but she never got spoiled. She wasn't riding around in cars. She wasn't driving. We never even heard of her getting a vehicle. Right?
I don't even think she had a license. There's an episode where she was going for a license, I believe.
Yes, she wanted to. Yeah, and they were supposed to teach. Yeah, she wanted to get her license and all that stuff. Yeah. But they weren't really spoiled, right? They didn't spend off the money. They had a nice home. They had that. He invested in the store, and the store failed. It succeeded. Yeah. So even though they had the money, they weren't like the typical white rich family shows that you see where they're all spoiled. The kids were. Most of the time, they were spoiled kids. You might have the one that didn't want to be spoiled or try to be different from the others because they were all spoiled. But majority of the time, they were getting whatever. Daddy was fixing the problem, mommy was fixing the problems, and all of that. And they didn't really show that with those ones. So I think those would be 3 great shows you can go through. Or at least you can do the 2. You can do Rock, Fresh Prince, Rock, Cosby Show. You can even do any of the other shows that we mentioned too, right? But
I got you.
As sitting down and showing, hey, how life could be or how life could look like, you can relate to is The Rock. I get that.